Alright, everything looks good. Delay started. Just make sure everything's updated. Should be saying Arma 3 in the game. I just don't completely trust it, but hey, c'est la vie. 64 v50. Ouch. Nah, I'm just gonna make a joke about the server winning, but I don't think that's gonna help anything, so. They're still getting people in. But otherwise... Remember, I think we tried to run this mission one time, but it fell apart and the server ate itself. This was months ago. Looking at the information here beforehand, but no, that should be good otherwise. I was having issues connecting to the server, and I didn't realize, but Darktide was trying to download when I Alt F4'd from DayZ. So I had to pause Darktide's download, and I also have Bloodwind. I need to text her real quick, because I gotta ask her when she's gonna make dinner. Tried to go up and ask her, but she was in a meeting, so... There's T-Far kicking in. Alright. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and put our prediction up. I'm going to put it up for 15 minutes. Let's see, 15-minute prediction... Alright. That should be good. We heard T-Far getting cracked up in here. We got a barracks on the neutral objective, FOB Europa, laptops 1 and 2. And then 2 multiple Op4 spawns, and then 1 down here. Some notes on the objectives: either moving or disassembling the mortars is strictly prohibited, because I think the mortars are up in FOB Europa. Once laptop objectives are complete, notification will appear confirming the interaction is finished. NASA is a bad mission maker. Rigel does everything for him, but he won't tell you. That's funny. Otherwise, looking over at our player tab, let's go ahead and look at who's at what side. This is a smaller OFCRA mission than what we normally see, at only 120 players, but the fact that I have to say... This is a smaller mission. There's only 120 people on the server, compared to like FNF that's been doing around 80 to 90 these days. It feels so posh, so I apologize, but compared to the numbers we've been seeing for OFCRA, this is one of their quote-unquote smaller missions. Otherwise, we have Ziki, Arsenic, Baku, Beckart, Billy, Ethan Price, Galcian, Micah, Mitsu, Oliver, and Joe Ross on... excuse me, Blue 4. Barros and Roland on Op 4, Sixer on Blue 4, Daedalus and Rick Hunter on Op 4, MFL, Graganska, Pingus, Petrovsky, Solik are on Blue 4, Solomons on Op 4, Adawa on Blue 4, Adriwu on Op 4, Alvin and Angel on Blue 4, Engelstat on Op 4, Ash and Bartoloni on Blue 4. Bay Potato and Benares on Op 4, Block, Bob Winchester, Kafluki, Cardi on Blue 4, Carlitos on Op 4, Kerrigan White on Blue 4, Cheeseburger on Op 4, Kajonovich and Combs on Blue 4. What the fuck is that thing? Dennis on Op 4 with Crazy, Canary on Blue 4, Danny Sweden, David AF on Op 4, David Ox on Blue 4, Demovar we don't know because he just joined Depso, Dexfo and Dragu are on Blue 4, Durfus on Op 4, Dimus on Blue 4, Emil and Ezio on Op 4. Back to the House Logic on Blue 4, Fleesh, Flipper Flat, Faz Jr., no, it's Fugas Jr., and Funi Skywalker are on Op 4, Games Cropa on Blue 4, Ivan on Op 4, Ivno on Blue 4, Jarhead on Op 4, Javier on Blue 4, Gene Cope, Kalias, Camred, and Kinota... What? Keniatos, something like that, on Op 4, I'm sorry. Kotel on Blue 4, Kermit on Op 4, Kyle on Blue 4, That Idiot is a Spectator, Lemire, Leziak, and Lullymancer on Blue 4, Lulis, Manchot, and Masquerade, who just call Mac because I always butcher his name, are on Op 4. Marcus on Blue 4, Merity on Op 4, Mixac on Blue 4, Monica and Mr. White on Op 4. NASA on Blue 4, Nick, I don't say his full name because I don't want to sound like something else, on Op 4. Nomad, we don't know yet. Numis and Parthius on Blue 4. Powell on Op 4. PHK on Blue 4. Pogo underscore and Polison on Op 4. Popsy on Blue 4. Potniz, that's a big name right there. It's a Polish name. This person on Blue 4, Pro Hunter on Op 4, Rigel on Blue 4, Rizbo on Op 4, Dory DeCamper and Rezigobliel on Blue 4, Sam and Sanchez on Op 4, Santaboy and Seal Williams on Blue 4, Settler on Op 4, Shay on Blue 4, Sir Magicosaurus on Op 4, Skipu on Blue 4, SPDBV on Op 4, Tackle on Op 4, Mr. Dave on Blue 4, Adamek, Thomas, and Twig King on Op 4, Timek, Vexen, Wicticors, Wombat, and Wojik on Blue 4, Zint on Op 4, and Yuru and Zixme are on Blue 4. Wow, Zixme and Ziki going to both be on the same team tonight. I do often say they are two of the best players within FNF. Usually when they're together, their side wins. But that is quite a lot of Blue 4 players compared to Op 4, admittedly. Looking at the numbers here, definitely feels like there are slightly more Blue 4 than Op 4, but we'll have to see how things go. But otherwise, mission objectives are as follows. I see some of you starting to chat now because we have that chat delay, but let me go ahead and review everything. For Blue 4, Polish objectives are as follows. Securing Laptop 1, going up to it, interacting with it, gets you 2 points. Securing Laptop 2 also gets you 2 points. The mortars at FOB Europa are destroyed. That gets you 3 points. Both helicopters inside the hangars at the airfield over here will net them 2 points. Capture some barracks is theirs by the end of the game. That's 3 points. And Supremacy, less than 6. Blue 4 alive. That's kind of funny because they say that in the Blue 4 section, so I think they mean less than 6 Op 4 alive, also nets them 3 points. And then Lithuanian forces, Laptop 1 and 2 are preserved, the mortars are intact, both helicopters are not destroyed, barracks captured by the end of the game, and, the Supremacy bonus as well. So a perfect score would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 points up for grabs. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you right now, I doubt either side is going to get a perfect score because look at where all these objectives are branched out. And also note, there are no time limits at the end of each mission, at least not that I'm reading. Let me quickly look over everything. I don't see any specifically. So all of these objectives are going to be playable for the entirety of the 90 minutes. So we'll see how things go. Regardless. Now, with that in mind, Europa being worth 3 points, the airfield being worth 2 points, Laptops 1 and 2 being worth 2 points, barracks being worth 3 points as well, one would think that the most valuable objectives would be holding probably Europa and the airfield here as well. But we'll have to see how that goes. 1 second. But with Blue 4 only able to come in from an aircraft carrier on the side, 30 seconds left in this scenario, we'll just have to see how things go. But regardless, I mean, 30 seconds being called in. Bloodwind's going up the stairs and spanking her ass. Get up. Get back to work, Mrs.
Why are you fucking me?
Oh, my God. So during the intermission before I started this stream, I tried to go up and, as I said, tried to coordinate with her when dinner was. But now that I've started, she tried to initiate dialogue after her meeting, but I have started this now. So, adults trying to work through their schedules. Now that is the sound of about 120 players coming into TFAR. And right off the bat, someone shot their gun. Excellent. All right, so we got a 5-minute warm-up here, and then we'll be transferring things through, and we'll see how everything goes. But otherwise, as I was talking about, there's a lot of different objectives in play. I'm going to be really curious to see how Depso attacks this AO as Blue 4 command. Timek is his 2IC. Op 4, it's going to be Mac leading from the looks of things, and he doesn't have a 2IC. Okay, so it's Mac versus Depso with this one. Let's go ahead and look at Op 4, the Lithuanian forces.
All right, guys.
We have a mix of G36Ks, we got AT4s, we have FN Mags as the machine guns. Marksman appears to be a Scar H with an E-Clan soap. And I'm trying to look to see if there's any other weapons here that either side is using. Doesn't look like it. We got some underbarrel grenade launchers, some UGLs on the G36s. But otherwise, vehicle-wise, looks like we have 2 50 cal MRAPs, 3 50 cal MRAPs, my bad. 3 transport MRAPs and 2 transport trucks. Okay. Not a bad breakdown there. Let's go ahead and look over at... oh, wait, no, there's 2 other OPFOR spawns. Let's take a quick look at that. We have 4 MRAPs right here for transport. Looks like similar weaponry. AT4s, G36s, and FN Mags. I don't see anything different there. Looking over at the northern group here, we also have the same stuff, and then you got the Scar Age with the E-Clan magnifier. Looks like that's a marksman rifle per squad, because I see 2 right there. Looking down at Blue 4. Blue 4 have the, so this is a Tanoan aircrafts, God. If you go on the northern airfield northeast, on the main island, you see this structure going down one of the runways to give the runway extra room. It's basically a Tanoan platform, which I really like using. But, you know, just calling out assets from the map and where they are from. Otherwise, we have, I forget what weapon that is, and I remember when we streamed this off and the server crashed multiple times and we canceled the stream, people told me what that gun was. But it's a 5.56 rifle. You see a UGL on it. You got some SVDs in play for the marksman. You got some PKPs in play as well for the machine gunner role. And then you have some... I think that's an RBR, actually, for the launcher. And then crewmen appear to have the same thing that we were talking about, the 5.56 rifle, just a carbine version. And that appears to be it. Otherwise, it is all transport MI8s, which might be dubbed MI17s, or the Lithuanian or Polish version of it, excuse me, because it's the Polish forces here. And then they've got door guns on all of them from the looks of things. So this is basically going to be an air assault mission versus a motorized group. So we'll see how that goes. Looking at the roster here, they got E-Clan scopes because they have the MPZ rails on those guys as well, but otherwise it is just those rifles. If someone can remind me what the name of this rifle is, I would appreciate it. And again, there is going to be a 2-week timer. Roar, I don't know. I wanted to start setting up AFI stuff, but then I got buried in 20 other things, and that just went on hold. I would like to look into covering AFI, but again, right now, I'm just trying to get underneath everything right now. Now that I have the entire Shenanigans channel front logged, I just have to maintain the front log with it. I will admit, I still have to schedule, I think, 70 more highlight videos, which will take me another hour, but it's just because I can only schedule, you know, so many videos before I get absolutely bored out of my damn mind. But yeah, again, it's one of the TBA things, because right now the main focuses are giving that treatment to my other channel to completely get rid of my video backlog, and then Darktide. And then trying to rebuild my stream schedule in itself to incorporate DayZ streams and other streams, and then, you know, build Darktide around it. So I don't think the script is working because we're in the debug zone, so I can't hear these guys locally. Also, you know, when you're over water and stuff, it does make voices a little weird. But if I go back over here... yeah, now I can hear them. So I think it's just because of over that AO specifically. But otherwise, again, air assault versus basically a motorized defensive force. Now, or you could vote for the server, because I have noticed a little bit of server desync here and there, but the fact that the server has been surviving pretty well, it's only been some minor desync, I think it's okay. But there's the beginning of the mission. Poll is still going to be going for a bit, so we'll see how things go. And we'll just have to see how Blue 4 deploys themselves here. 90-minute round, every objective is up for play, 15 minutes overall. I'm going to watch these choppers deploy, then I'll show you the objectives themselves. But a lot of points on the board. I doubt OPFOR is going to be able to defend every single one, but it just matters how many they are able to defend based off of everything else that's going on. Alright, so we have the first wave of helicopters being deployed here. Looks like they're going off in various different directions here. Fourth one's being deployed. Looks like they're going to come back and pick more people up, though. And some choppers are actually just completely looping around, I guess, waiting for the other ones to get out there as well. So air assault, I mean, it's going to take Blue for a good 15 minutes to deploy all their forces out anyway. But it looks like OPFOR have opted to bring their northernmost group inland and the southernmost group inland as well. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at the laptop sites. So laptop site 1 is in this barn right here. There's the laptop they have to interact with, some map, assets, but otherwise nothing in addition here to defend this area with. So that's worth 2 points, either holding it or taking it. Laptop number 2 is going to be either in the school building or the market. Looks like it's going to be in the school building. And I'm trying to find it now. Oh my god. That room, I guess, takes you to the fucking shadow realm with that one. Jeez, because the doors see through, I guess, but that's certainly something. Yeah, I am in the right building, so maybe it's on the 3rd story. You'd think. This one also takes you to the shadow realm. Okay, maybe I just missed it on the 1st story here. Nope, shadow realm. Shadow realm. Last room I haven't checked yet. Okay. Well, I don't know where the hell it is in here, but it's allegedly in this building, so it's kind of funny. I can't even find it. Here it is. Okay, so it's tucked away in this little corner, a little far from its mark. But again, nothing really defensible in here. I mean, you got these nice internal perimeters, but I mean, holding that entire town from every single direction is definitely a tough call. It's a tall order to do in itself. You got the barracks area, which nothing special. You got the internal barracks area and then an outer perimeter. Got some towers that won't really do you much good. You have the 2 helicopters they have to defend. Now, if one of the helicopters gets destroyed but the other one's held, neither side gets the 2 points because it's an all-or-nothing style objective. So here's where one of them is, and then the other one, if I remember correctly, is like for... yeah, down there. And then the mortars up at FOB Europa... up here, 3 mortars to utilize. Now, what's really funny about this is it looks like OPFOR is deploying in a fashion that doesn't have them cover FOB Europa or the laptops, but it's quite possible that these squads are going to come up here and either garrison both of these objectives or one of them, or just completely bypass them. And then this group is coming around because you got these guys staying in the tree line over here, probably to do some rear recon. To see if any helicopters land back there. These guys are potentially coming back to hold Europa. So OPFOR is going to be incredibly spread thin, but already you're having Blue 4 land and deploy their squad right up here. It looks like you got the other choppers coming in as well. So Blue 4 is going to do this type of insertion. And that's going to take them quite a bit to go. So I guess that gives time for Blue 4 to get the rest of their guys and redeploy them up here as they move up. That's going to be a 3-kilometer walk to the first set of objectives. I'd also imagine Blue 4 might try to back cap Europa as well, but... You gotta wonder, though, is it worth, if OPFOR doesn't defend the laptop sites and instead holds everything else with a stronger garrison, giving Blue 4 4 points, so OPFOR can go for... let's see, it would be 12 minus 4, 8 points. In the other objectives of holding the barracks in Europa and the 2 helicopters. Those first 2 being worth 3 and the helicopters being worth 2. That could be viable. But we'll just have to see. Helicopters, they have the UKM 2000, yes. And the infantry have the SMBS. Thank you. But yes, the UK, no. Yeah, the UKM is basically the Polish version of the PKM. But that one, I believe, would have to be chambered in 7.62 by 51 NATO then. Because of the universal round. Alright, cool. So, most of Blue 4's first wave have landed. We have 1 chopper. Trying to get an ID. It's a lone pilot. I think he's coming up to do recon here. At this first wave of objectives, so you got OFCRA possibly going up to Devil's Castle to do recon from that position. Because from these towers, it's not a bad overwatch point. You can see from pretty much everywhere around if the enemy airborne forces are going to land anywhere nearby. Sorry, I have hiccups now. Fucking hell. Well, we already have one helicopter coming back to pick up the rest of the Lithuanian airborne here. Or, no, it would be air assault. Airborne implies they're jumping out of planes with parachutes. Air assault means they're landing in helicopters or fast roping out to attack. Whew. So you have reconnaissance being done up here. Whew. Here come my hiccups. So you got the 50 cal MRAPs trying to fire up at that helicopter, but the shots do not appear to be leading enough. It looks like the pilot here, Ivno, has now started going direct north, realizing he's under fire. But I think this is purely serving to try to figure out where OFCRA have their positions here, and to see if they can draw OFCRA north with a potential fake chopper landing to the north in terms of a feint. You have another helicopter, this one with a gunner, flying a little lower. Spotted by a little bit of OFCRA here. Again, I apologize. I have fucking hiccups now. Oh, that's not good. One of the OFCRA units have managed to flip their Vic. So we might see a vehicle come down to try to tow it to reset its position. God damn it. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta psych myself out of these damn hiccups. God, fuck. I'm not even doing anything now. It's just going off on its own. God damn it. So you just heard a hit on that helicopter. From what caliber of munition, I do not know, but it's still going strong. Here's some ground fire down there now shooting at him. And you got Mac here as acting command.
On the runway side. One helicopter is above the runway.
What on earth?
Killed Bit Harris, kills.
I'm giving him blood.
I do at the hand.
I guess he got knocked out over here, but now you got 250 cal cars, or no, just 150 cal car, but they're not able to get him back up. That's hilarious.
I'll take care of him. I'm healing Daenerys. Give me a moment.
Again, you got the helis drawing fire. Blue 4, I think this is their last chopper coming in right here. And it's gonna deploy FAWR here. And the rest of these forces are just gonna basically attack south and north. There's not gonna be any forces on the northern side. So Blue 4 is literally just gonna go for taking the laptops, the barracks, taking the things out, and then maybe going for FOB Europa if they have the manpower at that point. There's a little bit of desync, yeah. They have a way to fix it, but they've been choosing not to in some scenarios. But hey, if the server crashes, everyone that bet on the server crashing will win the poll, so, you know, no harm, no foul there. But now what I'm really curious about is there are 4 Blue 4 MI8s, MI17s, whatever you want to designate them as. It's, you know, the hip model. So what is Blue 4 going to do with them? Are they going to keep them on standby and just have them fly over the AO and harass the enemy? Are they going to keep them in reserve and potentially have them used later for Blue 4 to fly additional forces around, since they are air assault? Or are they just going to use them as kamikaze birds? We just heard another hit on that helicopter, but it did minimal damage. There is a 2-minute delay, yeah. So the reason for that is OFCRA recently brought in quite a few new communities into OFCRA, and because they're new, they want to make sure that nothing bad is going to happen. You know, just to wait out stream sniping. Speaking of that stuff, on the 20th and 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be shoutcasting for an event between 2 communities, WOG and Solitude Gaming. Solitude Gaming is one of the big Russian communities. Now, I have always made notes, how would I say it? I've always referenced that there is a legendary thing within Russian communities where they have massive 200 to 300 player events. This is going to be our first taste of a 200 to 300 player event. This is a 220 player v player event that's going to be happening over the course of 2 days. The first on the 20th, the second on the 27th, both start at 10 a.m., 2 missions each day for 4 missions total. There will be a 15-minute stream delay. So we're probably not going to be able to do that much interaction. But they're going to basically also have the stream set to mature so no one without an account can watch, because they're actually going to lock it down for stream sniping. So it's going to be the biggest PvP event I have ever witnessed or been a part of or even seen on Arma 3. Thinking back to everything I've looked through, I've never seen it past, I want to say, 150, 160 players, which is what OFCRA has covered. We have another chopper up there, actually. So this will be the biggest event that's ever been covered on my channel, but this is just, you know, an average Tuesday for Russian communities. So I'm hoping it leads to more, but I'd love to cover them. Out of, I think, everything PvP-wise, that would be my favorite thing to cover. And, you know, Darktide just came out, and I'm still going to cover the damn stuff, those damn events, because that's legendary. Otherwise, we still have Blue 4 choppers loitering around. We got 3 of them loitering around, a 4th one that just came back and picked people up, but we still have people back at over here. I guess they're, maybe because people are disconnecting and reconnecting, but Blue 4 not really making that much progress either. That's a little worrisome, because yes, all the objectives are within a few kilometers of each other, and yes, everything is going to be till the 90-minute round, but this means there's going to be a lot of fighting in the late game and second half of mid-game for OFCRA. Now, OFCRA, it's a 90-minute round, single one we do every Thursday. I like to divide it into 3 phases. You have your first 30 minutes, which is your early game, really dedicated for a lot of maneuvering and a lot of, you know, getting your forces into position, and even some early on skirmishes and ambushes. Mid-game, which you normally see the main part of the fighting, where Blue 4 takes out their, or excuse me, the attacking faction, in this case Blue 4, takes their first few objectives, opt for solidifies their line, or they completely bounce back the attacking faction and force them to regroup and try something else. And then late game, where normally you've seen a winner start to emerge, and then late game's just filled with a bunch of cleanup. Now, This mission's kind of interesting because in the past few months, even more than a few months, we've seen OFCRA start to tier their objectives where, okay, Objective A has to be concluded by the 45-minute mark. Objective B has to be concluded by the hour 15 mark. Objective C and D by the end of the mission. They didn't always used to do that, though. So one of these 90-minute all objectives are in play till the very end of the match sort of scenarios, we haven't really seen in a hot second. So this is kind of reminding me of old school OFCRA, if you could call it that, where when we first started covering OFCRA events, this is how it was done. So you see a lot more action in the mid and late games compared to early game where you might be able to see an early on winner come through. But I'm going to listen to Mac over here. I want to see what his comms are like. So I'll put the third-person camera on him and see if we can listen to him order any of his troops around. Because Blue 4 is going to be spending another... I just choked on air there. Another 15 minutes or so maneuvering, which is going to take them completely past early game because it was only a 5-minute warm-up. WOG's usually at 170. And I find that funny that Twitch censors WOG because apparently it's like British slang for something. But if I could have a moderator approve available next comment, I'd appreciate that. So again, the Russian server stuff is going to be at 6 p.m. Moscow time, which translates to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's going to be going for about 2 hours per mission, with a 15-minute setup time in the beginning, so this will probably last us till, like, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. In which case, I'll have other things to stream as well. But yeah, I gotta look into weekly operating games as well to see if I can cover their stuff. But here's the thing. There's so many things I want to do, but to the channel it all goes to. And I can give you these numbers now, too, because it's all done. I've got, for the PvP channel, I have compilations front-logged up to mid-March, a compilation releasing every other day. I have highlights releasing till the end of March. And I have the actual PvP videos releasing till the end of February, releasing one every other day. And I want to avoid doing those because, for whatever reason, YouTube's algorithm hates it when I release a full-on PvP video. They much prefer the highlights and compilations. You know, the perks of being throttled. And now he's getting radio reports saying he's being throttled. Everything's being fine, excuse me. But he's got a nice defensive line around the barracks. He's trying to figure out where Blue 4 is coming from before he redeploys his forces. So I got to give that to Mac here. They're just calling out the helicopters flying around. And the helicopters are flying around to try to bait out where Op 4 is and get that reconnaissance data for Blue 4 to come in.
Yeah, affirm. OFCRA 2, I'm going to have you to move to FOB Europa to try and secure and assess that there
yeah, so he's going to pull a group over to Europa, but he is going to basically be holding these objectives here for those 8 points, foregoing 4 points worth of objectives to the south.
Negative, but I want you to make sure there aren't any enemies, and I might have you then move more northwest where I think they might have landed.
But Ilbanek, what time does WOG normally do stuff? I heard they do stuff on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, affirm. It's American.
But it's also all about, you know, coordinating my schedule as well. But we're just listening to Mac coordinate his forces here as ground command. I like how he's sticking in the tower here as well.
To be recon, trying to keep an eye on the ground where enemy forces might be moving right now.
Yeah, so at this point, the choppers have been flying around for so long, he's correctly identifying that these are just reconnaissance choppers trying to find his forces' positions. So he's reminding his guys, hey, make sure you're still looking at the ground because we're still looking for where the enemy's forces are, because if the choppers are doing recon, where are the enemy infantry at that point then?
And FE, I need you to stay on observation 4 right now. PLH, if you feel so, you can move a little more south to try and have an eye on enemy contacts southeast if there are any. PLH, do you read?
Yeah, so he's also naming the communities by groups, which is nice.
Copy.
Oh, I thought that chopper was going into that one. I thought there was about to be a potential mid-air collision, but then it desynced away. That's hilarious. So you have that final chopper coming back. Why is there... What? What the fuck happened to Seal Williams? Why is he drowning? Well, rest in peace, Seal Williams there. That's quite unfortunate. Yeah, Blue Force still have not maneuvered their forces from this initial landing zone right here by Zub. They've got 2 squads that are moving ahead, but the main force, I guess, is staying behind for some silly reason. Then you have these choppers still flying overhead, looking out. There are windows here. I'd imagine it's going to be the pilot's job to fly, and then the co-pilot, if there is one, would look out the windows and try to look for enemy positions, but... So this is, I believe, the OFCRA group now. Yeah, Rizbo and Flip for Flop, they're moving up to Europa to take that. And you just have a solid defensive line around this position. Ass or titties? I love both, but I guess I am leaning slightly more as a titty man myself. But as I was talking about in... All right, here, let's have a listen. Like, I have way too much stuff for the PvP channel with that front log. So I guess I'm just going to take things at my leisure, but we'll see.
Good copy.
So they're talking about choppers potentially landing.
I have eyes on the helicopter. It seems just to be doing some recon.
Okay, the other one's way above. Again, when they get close like that, I'm like, ooh, is someone going to screw up? WOG are every Friday and Saturday, 19 2-hour missions, both main, with small missions afterward as long as people are on them. What's 19 CET to EST? Because I can't do that translation on the top of my head.
Good copy.
That chopper's firing back. That's a warning klaxon. So, Seal drowned. First player to die, and he freaking drowns. I think they're talking about landing at Devil's Castle to potentially repair right there. Now, I'm curious.
Of course, to status on the FOB Europa.
If that's going to get called out. Oh, that almost nicked that. Ilbenek, are you going for another one of those events? Because again, I'd love to participate. Oh, God. That might not be recoverable now. Tail hit the back of that and damaged. Yeah. Good thing they moved away from that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the castle has gotten the first vehicle kill, and the ocean has gotten the first infantry kill. We are off to a wonderful start in this OFCRA match. 1 p.m. EST. So 2 2-hour matches. So, I mean, potentially I could cover the first one and then switch to FNF. Saturday, I could also cover the first one before I have to do something around 3-ish, but it depends on the schedule that day. Interesting. Very interesting. But I mean, so I might... But, yeah, 2 hours before OFCRA, which, okay. So I was about to say, OFCRA does it on Thursdays, though, but FNF starts at the same time on Fridays, but, okay. Just gotta say, Arma. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. I know another thing I've been wanting to look into is, AFI, and I got set up to do stuff, and then I got pulled away because of IRL shit. I don't know. I am happy to say, though, I am starting to get most of my life together. After a wild ride the past few months that I wouldn't trade away from anything, but it's been a lot of love and loss, but, you know, gotta move on eventually. But with that, and, you know, just trying to live out the rest of this year and potentially start a new chapter and some stuff, it's good to get that schedule going. But again, even though I love doing PvP commentary, it shouldn't be my main focus. My main focus should always be Zeusing. As well as what makes revenue, and that's also DayZ, so I've been doing my best to focus on those things as well. Otherwise, Blue 4 still are keeping their forces around Zub, but it looks like they're slowly sending up more groups, so I guess there's a bit of miscoordination there. But again, I mean, we're about to enter mid-game. This is going to be a massive late-game fight. So I guess Q&A, if anyone has any random questions, comments, concerns about anything going on between this operation, the channel, and anything else I can think of, feel free to ask. Because at this point, we're going to be here a little while. I'll be watching the map to see what other choppers decide to try to fight castles and win or lose, but we'll see how things go. Righto, Ilbanek. Again, I am perfectly fine with making something and then passing it off to you and you handle the scripting and whatnot. Because I can balance an op like nobody's business. Playing the first one, dying, and then switching to FNF. Then leave FNF and go back, that's fair. I would like to keep covering FNF early branch, though, because I have a lot of respect for Dingo. But it's good to know, even if FNF, like, drops off the face of the earth, I can just go over to WOG. You know? And that actually works out really well, because that means we'll be collecting less ops and more highlights and, you know, compilations and clips, which is what YouTube seems to prefer anyway. But even so. Let's go ahead and look at a Blue 4 perspective here. These guys trying to come down from this little hilltop, seeing if they have any room to move into laptop 1. Port doesn't seem to have any proper eyes to cover this area anyway, because all their eyes appear to be looking northeast and whatnot. You got the 3-man chopper crew coming down, though. They're going to have 2 entire squads to deal with, and you also have these 3 guys out here. They got some decent eyes south. I'll give that to them. And then the 2 towns in between them are the objective towns. But Blue 4 are about right there. Yeah, so they got a lot of open distance to cover. I'm not sure if Twig King has eyes, though, because there's a little bit of a... This is a bit of a saddle here between these 2 hills, so... Well, saddle's generally... It's more of a valley, but you know what I mean. It's a lot of distance to work with. That chopper is diving down. Just I guess getting this valley area here. I'm surprised these guys didn't pull back and grab and get into other choppers to mount up, but it looks like interesting. So some of the choppers are actually being ordered to land here, and they are picking up additional forces. So we have 2 choppers picking up 2 squads and potentially moving them to other positions here. Okay. Interesting. So we'll see how Blue 4 decides to redeploy. Very interesting to see a redeployment this early without any contact. I can't recall when OFCRA has done that in the past, but we'll have to see how this goes. So TSB, I'm down to doing one thing with them a week, because again, I got a little burnt out from Zeusing, but also just I want to work on Zeus ops within my own framework now, because I just don't agree with how the mod sets have gone. And I don't want to spend a shit ton of time making something for only one other thing that I thought, oh, you know, this is cool. And then it blowing up in my face, so it's kind of done with that, more or less. There's been a lot of push for Vietnam stuff across the board, though. 506 is doing it now. I've got some more Vietnam events that I'm planning with people like Nemesis for SOG Prairie Fire teams. And then there's some other Vietnam stuff, which... No, actually, that's not the Vietnam stuff. There's something... That's not Vietnam, but regardless, there's a lot of other stuff I've been focusing on as well. And then, yeah, I got to make an op for Arctic Columbia in the next week or two. But I don't mind stepping a little bit away from Zeusing to look at some other stuff at the moment. Because, again, YouTube does not like big video uploads. Like, I'm throttled across the board, but those are the ones that get the most fucking shafting, so... Ah, man. It's fine. But I wouldn't mind stepping away and doing less Zeusing ops to focus more on, you know, some more high-quality stuff. Except for Pog, but, you know, I'm paid for Pog, but that's besides the point. How goes the plant farm? Good. I need to send some pictures, actually. I completely regrew some other plants. I completely shaved off all my outside herb gardens, and I'm still pulling lemon thyme off of, little sprigs. That's been taking me multiple days, but it's like 3 hours of work. So we'll see how things go. I know Ilbenek. Yes, they're using the old version of TFAR. I had a talk with the guy that invited me to that event. So they did say I could co-commentate with someone. I could bring whoever I wanted, but I told them, like, selfishly, like, I want to cover this myself because this is something I've always wanted to do. And I would love to bring, like, Barbarian on board, but Barbarian kind of fell out of that scene. He's been doing his own IRL stuff as well, so I don't want to bug him with that, because he doesn't seem too interested in doing PvP commentary overall. And then Dream, I like commentating with him, but I don't like the chemistry we've had recently in commentating, and I feel it gets a little too off topic. And then, you know, random fill-in wouldn't be bad, but at the same time, like, I want to focus on that event. Alright, this will be interesting, though, because now we got Blue 4 actually trying to move a group around. And Op 4 might just think it's reconnaissance birds. This is a full squad right here. We are officially in mid-game because we're past the 35-minute mark, so next 30 minutes, technically 27, are going to be, you know, the middle of the game here. Oh, and I certainly love Zeusing and playing Vietnam. That's probably my favorite aspect of Arma 3 to do entirely. No complaints from me on that regard.
Command, this is Epsilon. We see one helicopter flying low, going west through the valley, north of OFCRA to move here position.
Looks like OFCRA left this position. These aren't the same OFCRA players, so he might have pulled OFCRA on a different angle. No, they're down here now, so I think they're doing internal patrols. So this is a 3-man team in this chopper. It might be a feint right here to draw out positions, but we also have... Oh my god. Oh, ambush alley. Who has the AT? Who has the AT? No, they got... Do they have a 50 caliber? Oh, pull that around. Wrong way. Oh my god, please. Do you have AT? Who has the AT? This is... Why isn't that MRAP being pulled around over here? It got lost. Oh. Oh, the opportunity is going to be missed. Oh, no. And now they fired way too early in a panic. Maybe we'll do a garden stream one day. Again, my main focus right now is getting my entire video backlog sorted. So that'll take me another week or two. Wow. Chopper just got sniped that was landing back here because they landed right on top of OFCRA garrisons. Holy crap. This position's in a lot of trouble right here. This one I think is going to be fine, but now you got OFCRA moving their forces over here. This is exactly what the defenders wanted to do, to catch the attackers in open LZs like this and immediately take them out. Depso getting way too aggressive here, realizing his forces are moving way too slow, and this is immediately turning in the defenders' favor. This fight, I think Blue 4 could still win as these forces come around and engage the tree line directly here. But wow, this immediately turned from a very slow match to heating up very, very quickly.
Nos disparan aquí, cuidado. Disparan desde el oeste. No te muevas mucho, que nos han disparado.
So these guys are now dismounting. They might sandwich this force right here. But right now, the main fight is definitely over here. Looking at the rest of the map, you got some guys firing up at the choppers. Blue 4 starting to come around, and they still have forces waiting back here. So those choppers are going to go pick them up and bring them in on the rear here. So you got some assault rifles here firing down, knocking out a few Blue 4 guys as they cross without smoke coming through this little open area. You got more gunfire in the distance right there. That Blue 4 group is going to get sandwiched and eliminated. I'm calling that right now. This Blue 4 group, again, they still have a decent chance. But there is OFCRA at so many different angles right here. As they now push over to where OFCRA are, and they're getting knocked out, though, from guys further up the hill. So even though Blue 4 outnumber OFCRA have the superior positions right here, and it is just getting messy at every angle you can look at. Yeah, some of you guys bitching that it's slow. It's not slow anymore. That's for damn sure. Looking at the casualty lists here, OFCRA has not taken a single KIA. They have an unconscious guy. But Blue 4... on the other hand, I've started taking... Wow, Zixme even got killed. One of the best players on the server, I would say. Oh my god, but just getting flanked by multiple angles here. Left and right. Blue 4 pushing this position.
Fuck. I'm really sorry.
What? Did he not notice this guy right here?
It's just us.
Half dead, or Roy's dead, and I'm half dead at the watchtower.
No, yes. Let me treat you. Just cover us through the west. West is full of enemies.
What?
Oh.
What?
¿Dónde están los aliados?
Yeah.
Oh, hello guys.
Está aquí.
What?
Did you come from the west?
What?
Did you come from the west?
No, I didn't.
But
Ojo, que nos siguen disparando desde atrás.
what?
Yeah.
I can't. Some medic.
What?
Where are you?
Contact.
What? 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 Wait a minute. he just said, but they think I'm friendly. What the fuck? Are you gonna shoot him now?
I'm not the other enemies, the other enemies.
What? What? Alright, OFCRA's running into these guys now. These guys bouncing up, and Vix might come around and open the sandwich. Got OP4 moving up to take position Europa. Blue 4 on top of laptop position 1 as they come in from the south. Oh my god. Artheus just got 2 knockouts. He's trying to get the 3rd. Gets the headshot. What on earth did we just witness? OFCRA might be doing some red on red here now. Yes, they are. It's total confusion on OFCRA's side. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, shot him in the back. I got Blue Force shooting out. No, OFCRA is also shooting out. Jesus Christ, guys. What is going on? Stop it. You know, he's being shot the... I don't even know who's friendly and who's enemy anymore. I mean, there's only a handful of OFCRA guys here on this flank now, but... What on earth? What on earth? Alright, now you got another Blue Fort chopper coming in. Appears to just be a transport for reconnaissance, nothing heavy up there. David A.M. has a friendly fire, but he also missed PID'd the... That's just interesting, man. I think that was a Blue 4 guy right here, yep. I think OFCRA is just super confused about the PID over here, that's for damn sure. Let's see, OFCRA looks like they pulled out of this position with a handful of guys remaining. They have 2 guys right here that are down. So Blue 4 are actually able to push through. I thought they'd get sandwiched by this other group. Looks like they're now deploying to hit them from the northern side. We also have a group deploying from the southern side to hit that position. Driwi's getting hit. Domino effect. So David gets the kill, and then Dexvo gets his kill, but unfortunately his buddy dies, and I think that's the original medic that was making them confuse their PID. So Laptop 1 captured by Blue 4. That's 2 points on the board for Blue 4 for Laptop 1. Now you got this force now regrouping. They're going to try to go up to this hill, but you got OFCRA now pushing a force down here as well. So a lot of fighting on the northern side. There's going to be a sandwich on the northern side as well here by these forces. And we'll see how these guys over here react, because now we need to see groups come down to the barracks. It looks like a Blue 4 group's deployed right here to head to Laptop 2. So if OFCRA is not careful and they don't recommit their forces here, Blue 4 will be able to then take these forces and just, you know, hit the barracks and hit the 2 choppers and still win this fight despite losing on the northern side. But this shows it's all rigged 5s. I see. OFCRA now just spotted this Blue 4 group. One guy immediately getting knocked out on either side. Crazy staying in the open. He's trying to put GLs down. He just got knocked out. So right off the bat, Pro Hunter reports they're under fire and have taken heavy casualties here. The 3 guys were knocked out. Oh, God. Interesting. Usually the high position has the advantage, but these guys are just picking them off. I guess because they're easier to see with the potential skyline. There's 4 dudes knocked out right there, and it looks like Blue 4's pushing. Oh, he got Dexvo, though. He's running up. He's going to flank on the side. Now let's see it. We might catch some of the OFCRA guys retreating. Runs out of ammo. Makes him turn around. Now he's taking flanking fire from his left, tries to go down. He's crawling out. OFCRA got immediately repulsed right there, though. This Blue 4 group could still move up and take Europa. Now you got other OFCRA elements coming in to assist as they were trying to set up and hit this Blue 4 group. But yeah, all of OFCRA, they've foregone this sandwich. There's another OFCRA guy unconscious over here, too. OFCRA is just completely falling apart here. And now you got these Blue 4 groups coming in from the south. So OFCRA trying to reform some lines here, but Blue 4 is now just dominating on almost every angle here. Now you got Adriwi on the rear here, trying to snipe at Blue 4 as they move up. I think just got a Blue 4 knockout. But these two are going to need to basically eliminate most of this group on their own here, and that's going to be the really difficult part. I think he's talking with his battle buddy Skywalker over there. Now Blue 4's turning around to engage him. Funi's taking fire. He's got a -1. Now you got Blue 4 moving up to where OFCRA left their wounded behind. Sam, I think, just woke back up. Might be able to quickly medical himself. Oh, he might be head bugged.
I woke back up. I have no idea where I am.
Sam, you're in the middle of an enemy position. There's
Yeah,
some
I
OFCRA guys that are coming back around as well.
What?
But yeah, I'm really worried about this southern group because this is where the
I'm
majority
going
of
to
the bulk of the
rocks,
points
I
are
need to medical
left.
myself.
You're still going to have these guys come down and take laptop too. But I think this is starting to fall in Blue 4's favor here. Oh my god, Adriwi, look left. Literally just had a dude run right in the middle of him. Oh, this should be good. Immediately kills the guy medicing, runs out of ammo, and then gets blown away. Guys, when you're that close to people that haven't detected you, consider rigging a grenade, all right? Telling you, it will save you a lot of hassle if you just use a grenade. Cook it in your hands, and then toss it on the 3.5 second mark. You will get a multi-kill.
Quick, 2 people on me!
Both of them are reloading here. Crow didn't realize he was getting shot at from the right, though. This is just a back and forth domino here. That's for damn sure. So this Blue 4 group's been mostly wiped. It's just a lot of even trading in the forest over here. Blue 4, meanwhile, got mostly wiped over here as OFCRA re-pushed them. And OFCRA sending in more forces to sweep, but again, that's making more room for Blue 4 to come in on the southern objectives, which are worth more points. So we could see an OFCRA counterattack, but at that point, they might not be able to score enough points to make it here. So had another guy get knocked out. That's Twig coming up. Oh, he's got the Scar H, too. Oh! Sam, the unconscious man. Camrad, look left. What is up with people just stopping and... there's been a lot of stopping and shooting. You know, there's not been a lot of action. As soon as they line up the shot on each other, they just stop. And in a fight where you don't know where the end... You gotta have a lot more mobility here, gentlemen. Otherwise, it's just gonna turn into even trading like that. How messy. He's got Bluck up here on his own. OFCRA, I think, have just sighted the remaining Blue 4 guys over here and start taking them out. He's got Lemur over here trying to do medical, but now you got OFCRA now sandwiching the rest of these guys. So again, OFCRA have a lot of forces up here. They can recommit, but, you know, Blue 4 is now going to start checking these Hainer buildings. I want to look at Mac real quick, but I think we just heard Bluck's SVD fire a few rounds. He got a kill. OFCRA, they're mounting in a vehicle right here. He's going to run right into, yeah, right into Barros' gun right there. And you got Funi coming around. Looks like Blue 4 able to get one of their guys up. They might be able to get another as they carry him. Funi could line up for a multi-kill here. OFCRA redeploying on the north as well. A little late to be putting that force up there. Blue 4 now starting to check the Hainers. I feel like this is going to be a Blue 4 victory, though. Unless OFCRA clean up the northern side and reposition to the barracks area immediately. Blue 4 just gotten their forces too close in. Uh-oh. Wow, not close and quick enough for Lemur to save him. Oh my god, Lemur! It's just... Hey, he was able to get 3 kills there, but my god! That was awesome! See, if you stay mobile, you're gonna get more, because at least you're getting away from everyone there, but Jesus Christ. Looks like Funi evenly traded with someone up here and managed to get the knockout kill. Or that was Ivno who slid down, but either way... Wait, no, Ivno's a freaking pilot. What's he doing up there?
Kangaroo.
Either way, you got Blue 4 trying to spot and eliminate these Hainers. I wonder if Mac has noticed these people up here. He's looking up there with his gun sight.
No idea.
Laptop 2 is about to be taken. So again, points-wise... Blue 4 has 2 points, OFCRA has 0. There's 15 points total that either side can score for a perfect score. The only points that overlap that both sides can take is 3.
Good copy. OFCRA,
and then there is 2 points where if one thing happened, like if half the objective is done, neither side will get the points for that. All right, so you got the barracks area firing at Blue 4 over there and actually getting some knockouts here as they try to cross this open area, but you got someone trying to carry the body now. Should have just done a quick drag get around. That might have been a misclick. Just watching this avenue of fire right here. But yeah, they're just smoking this area there with some of the pilots as well. Now they're trying to drag him off. Let's look at the overall skull count here. So OFCRA have a good chunk of skulls here. An entire group wiped. Some groups pretty close to being fully wiped, but not too bad. Blue 4, though, they've got 2 groups mostly wiped. One group fully wiped, 1 group mostly wiped, but everyone else is pretty much at full strength here. At least the guys that are still in the serve. They still have at least a page of dudes. OFCRA about a page. So Blue 4 definitely has that number advantage right now. But yeah, just looking at where OFCRA is deployed, if Blue 4 can smash through the remaining groups here, I think that's going to be GG. I do appreciate that OFCRA is trying to pick off what they can coming through these open areas. You hear Blue 4 screaming as they charge past. What are they yelling? Did you hear him scream to charge through when he got mowed down? Oh my god! They're trying to pick him up, but dude, he's dead. Bro's dead, and he's the medic too. Oh!
Nie da się ciągnąć.
Oh, they're trying to medic the dead body. Run, dude, he's dead. That's hilarious.
Airback do środka i wysadzasz to. Czy wysadzisz?
All right, we've got about
Reszta do ostatniego biegnie. Tylko czarny ma być w hangarze.
34 minutes left in this round, so we're about to enter late game, and it's just been fighting back and forth. Another guy got knocked unconscious. So OFCRA are doing great jobs locking down these areas and picking off and getting some free kills where they can. Depso and Timek are part of the command team. AT just went into that chopper. So they got one of them. They just need to get that other one right there. But OFCRA is locking down these open areas. What is up with these guys? They're still coming out here and getting shot. I think they're trying to crawl back. They don't realize that they get stuck on the bodies, though. I got a marksman right here trying to line up a shot. That's Vex. Trying to get some kills on that rooftop to stop the machine gunners. That's made them fold off. Oh, that's funny, Adam. When you accidentally set your gun from full auto to semi or MG gunner head is on safety. Ooh. OFCRA charging some forces down. But yeah, this is Blue 4 Command right here. This guy just bled out. So I'm wondering if Ground Command and 2IC are going to run in here and either try to solo this or get murdered. It's very risky. Benefits of dying in Arma. You get to go play Darktide. You're right, Parth. Because that is starting to come out for everybody. Starting with EST. I mean, that came out 3.5 hours ago, I believe. Wow. Hold on, there's 2 Blue 4 guys still alive. They could come in here and destroy the mortars. You got 2 OPFOR guys holding the base. A lot of OPFOR that'll immediately come up and assist, but I think each mortar is worth a point to both sides. So even if they destroy 1 or 2, pop some well-timed grenades. I mean, that's great. Thursday night thrashing, yeah, at this rate. What are these guys doing? Are they gonna charge the oh my god. Sure. Now you got Ground Command's building though, it's getting engaged. But OPFOR is now going to push up and close the CQC. Get that machine gun out! No, get it out! Get that machine gun out! Okay. Holy fuck! He gets blown up. Okay, let me explain what the fuck just happened. Let me let this wrap up. Yeah, what are you doing rolling around on the damn ground for? Okay. Wow. So a machine gunner started firing at them. There was another guy in front of the machine gunner for Blue 4 that got in front of that machine gunner. Machine gunner blew his head off. That dude's body went forward. That body then ragdolled into the Humvee, causing the Humvee to get Hadoken back. And then another Humvee, and I think that same Humvee then came up, got AT. That AT blew up, fragmented, killed 2 Blue 4 guys in front of it. And then they got out, got mowed down. One Blue 4 guy, excuse me, one OPFOR guy with an AT4 came out, killed a dude. A GL went off killing another dude. And then that dude with the AT4 then got blown away by another guy. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, I'm waiting for you guys in the 2-minute delay to see that. Because that was probably... Just the fact that a blue-on-blue incident made a fucking Humvee get blown away. That alone is hilarious. But the rest of that... Just the clown car antic. Like... Blue Force found the other chopper. You have Depso actually with Timex lone wolfing this position as commands. Timex on 3 freaking kills here. And this guy doesn't even notice that he's being engaged. He's just running for the Vic. What? What are you doing? Timex on 4 kills now. And Depso over here like, yeah. I let Timex, my 2 IC, go up and kill everyone. What on earth? Ilvanek saying someone's getting banned in that. Dude, I don't even know who you would ban for that one, man. That was just nuts. That was nuts. Blue 4 have come up, stolen a Vic. You got one guy trying to bandage the other here. It looks like Blue 4 able to kill all the dudes up here. Let me check this real quick. None of the mortars were destroyed. You do have an Op 4 guy that died up there, so it looks like they vaulted over. And there was a dude right here, so we might have machine gunned him, but aye. You got Lawless over here, trying to medic a dead body. And the Blue 4 just camping this position. Oh my god. Written down 5 highlights so far in this match. Looks like Murdy's dude that was bandaging him just got shot.
I don't know if it's random.
He looked like an AI.
He looked like an AI. That's discriminatory.
I'll be honest, I didn't.
It's OFCRA.
I know Murdy's waking back up. Maybe someone will be nice enough to come up and double tap him. Ah, yes, when there's so many Blue 4 guys out there that they start shooting at each other. Ah, it's because he's part of the furry group, that's why. Shark, you came at the worst possible time. They're still shooting at him. Let's see if they kill him. Oh, no, it's... Oh, now the rest of the furries are mad. All right, let's see who wins this fight.
Are you shooting something to the northeast?
Now the squad leader. Oh.
Okay, watch out! Don't suppress.
He just called it out as friendly fire in his butt. Well, there goes Rigel. And now they're shooting back. Don't shoot, it's friendly fire. Proceeds to shoot anyway. It's an amigo. Guys, it's friendly. Call the medic. Call the medic. Or loot him. He just looted his AT4. Why did a grenade just get thrown? You're the only side with pilots. Heal him.
Unleash the big trenches. Maybe their enemies fleeing.
The ironic thing is the one enemy here is the unconscious one. You're cable tying him! You're fucking...
Il est où, Baku? Baku? Tu veux pas soigner Rigel au sol là?
Et tu peux le traîner?
Oh my god.
Attends, c'est un ennemi.
La chance qu'il a. Non, non, c'est pas
Non.
un ennemi. Tu le vois
La
son
tenue,
nom.
j'avais un doute. Mais ouais.
Non, mais c'est un pilote lui, c'est normal.
Je viens de le penser. là.
Vérifiez mon arrière au cas où.
I think they're realizing he's
Putain, la chance
friendly.
qu'il a, l'enculé.
Faudra le détacher. Hein. Attends, je le détache.
Ah, parce que tu l'attaches.
J'avais un doute, c'est pour ça que je demandais vers Claire, mais comme c'était.
Imagine you get friendly fired by the French. That's what's going on down there right now. Alright, meanwhile, we have a reinforcing group of one dude with 2 kills, ready to save Op 4 Ground Command. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Well, Op 4 Ground Command is dead. As they're pinned down. I can't take the stream seriously anymore out of all the crazy shit that's been going on. Alright, so Blue 4 has 4 points on the board. One of the 2-point objectives cannot be scored because one of the choppers is down. The other one is still up right there. But then again, let me look. Okay, no, it is destroyed. So out of the 15 points, 2 can't be scored unless Op 4 gets the other kill on that. Or excuse me, Blue 4 gets the other kill on that helicopter. Ah, yes, if no. The classic. Rigel is the same way, and well, he just got brought over. He's being medic now.
Ah, you already wake up. Regal, you wake up.
Rigel, wake up. Regal Cinema.
Regal.
I think he went AFK. You realize he got kidnapped by French people and went AFK. I'd do the same.
Wake up.
Poppy got blown up by a friendly grenade. Nice. Again, as someone else pointed out, if you die, you can go play Darktide. Because that's coming out today if you pre-ordered it.
Składem 3 osoby przyjść do was na radio, jak coś. 3.
GL just got popped up to these guys. I'm trying to find them. Oh. Oh, that GL got most of them. Well, and now it's just down to the machine gunner. That's a very strange Polish accent. Yeah, right? Now we just need Ziki to air tow a vehicle into a building and we'll be good. Op 4 down to only a few guys over here, and you got FAWR opting to charge this open field to the final objective. Rigel still AFK. Should have kept him cable tied and carried him with him.
In the trench,
So I'm wondering at what point will Op 4 fold out of this northern position, realizing Blue 4 is not going to go for it, and try to counterattack and probably get mowed down because of all these open areas. Blue 4, meanwhile, the few guys that survived have pulled back over here. In a stolen Op 4 Vic, mind you.
MG, LMG, C.6.
There goes the helicopter. You know, the really funny thing is we're not going to see any of this footage on the PvP channel till February for the main op and April for the highlights. There's the 20-minute call. At this point, you're going to watch Blue 4 bulldoze these 5 guys at the barracks area. They're going to find the remaining helicopter to destroy. And then Op 4 might send some stuff from the north to counterattack, but I think it's GG right here. You're pretty ordering? I mean, you don't have to order the pretty version, Shark. You can just pre-order the regular version. I mean, that's what I did. Oh, you're pre-ordering, I see. Hey, striking. It's good. Again, guys, when this mission ends, we're going to go right back into DayZ. We're going to have a brief intermission because I got to take it off the 2-minute delay. But by the time that ends, I'm going to literally start streaming again immediately. We're going to continue with that run. Then at one point, we're going to end that stream. I'm going to take a break for dinner. 7 p.m. will be Pog. And then from 7 to 9, we'll be doing that Zeus op. And then I'm spending the rest of the evening playing Darktide. Probably take a brief intermission at that time, too, so I can hook up with Dante. I think the chopper actually just got a kill. Yeah, Ziki just killed this dude on the rooftop. So good on him. Also, hookup sounds like I'm gonna, like, do something sexual with him. I just want to clarify, yeah, that's totally gonna happen. Anyway, that'll be done for the rest of the evening. So you got Jarhead here, realizing he might be getting shot at from the flank. Here comes a grenade! Jarhead, get down! Okay, well... Oh god, that made his... that blew his legs up and made his gun spin. Excuse me, sir, are you still alive? Where are you? I can't see him, sorry! What was the point of that? What? What on earth? Poland versus Lithuanian Airborne, and the Polish are getting... They're getting their butts kicked, unfortunately. You guys think about, when was the last time you saw Lithuania win something militarily? Good for Lithuania. Yeah, so there's the barracks cleared out again. OFCRA's last major garrison's on FOB Europa, but... You know what? I stand corrected. There is still one man here. Dreyfus. With the Scar H and an Eclan scope. Will he be able to turn the tide and channel his inner Audrey Hotto to fight off the FAWR French furry community? By the way, I make joke. That day is not today. Well, okay, awesome. I'm not even going to highlight that. I make jokes about FAWR being furries. That's not the case, but I still make the joke. Anyway, that's done. And now the barracks is Blue Force property. Oh, I was hoping. Again, they crossed each other's paths. I was hoping. Let's see. You're unconscious. In a world where Barrows has 3 kills, Ziki decides to come in for a landing. And gets knocked out as he comes out of the... Okay. Alright. Are you kidding? Ziki, are you kidding? You're literally... I call you the best player! Oh, okay, it wasn't Ziki. Thank God. Who was that? Are you telling me the guy that they just spent 3 minutes medicing just, like, killed him? Oh, my God. The guy that got friendly fired decided to take a helicopter and blow himself. My name's Lance Corporal Liru. This has been OFCRA. I got nothing else to say about this one here. Wow. And we still have 11 minutes. No, that's a lie. We have 16 minutes. I think? No. Ah, whatever. We have time. We're halfway through this. It's interesting. Let's go with that. I mean, that's it. Like, OPFOR, their remaining forces are all in the north. Blue 4s are on the south. Blue 4, by holding the barracks by the end, will gain an additional 3 points. So Blue 4 have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 points on the board. OPFOR, they're going to hold Europa, so they'll get 3 points on the board. The 2 helicopters, 1 was destroyed, 1 is intact, so neither side will get the 2 points for that objective. So right now, it's 7 to 3 points in Blue 4's favor right now. So that's it's not G, well, it is GG, but we're just waiting for the next 15 minutes to pass. It's Dreyfus, gotcha. Wait, why is that ironic? You know what? I might not even want to know. Uh-oh. Barrows is alive again. Here's the thing, though. I don't blame Mac for losing this one on Op4's side, because this was a really difficult objective for the defenders to hold. Because they have to hold from multiple different angles, and that just might not be viable. So I commend Mac for still holding that northern objective and winning that northern fight, but unfortunately Blue 4 just put their forces and were able to completely break through the south. Because in AOs like these, the attacker only needs to get one of their 2 attacks to succeed, and the defenders have to win both of the defensive battles. Otherwise, the defenders lose. I don't have a multi for this one. I know I have the command up. I was trying to collect some for it, but I didn't get anyone else streaming, unfortunately. That, I think, was the helicopter getting hit by AT, and that's another 2 points for Blue 4. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 points on the board for Blue 4 here. Now you got Zicky's helicopter up there harassing the northern garrison. It actually took a round, and you still have an unconscious guy up there. Bluck, I guess he was stabilized, but he doesn't have enough blood to actually wake up. But I agree, I think the game is over at this point. All right, I'm gonna leave you in the capable hands of Bluck. I'll be right back, I'm gonna refill my water. And I'm sure Bluck is going to do amazing and get so many kills. Okay, it looks like he got a kill. Excellent. Axel, you're going from 7K to 140K in a single bet? Nice, dude. It looks like Bluck did not actually do amazing and get a lot of kills in that one thing. I mean, he got 4 kills, but looks like he didn't. Yeah. So here's the deal. Even if Op4 were to push down and take the barracks, that would give them 3 additional points, and holding Europa, 6 points total. Blue 4 have gotten 2, 4, 6 for the 3 objectives they have done. So if Op4 were to come out and get their objectives done, that would they'd be basically be playing to tie here. Unless they get the supremacy bonus as well, which I doubt. But it looks like they're mounting up in a group of people, so a group of 5 to come down. I'm going to watch that group of 5 play out, and then after that, we'll have to see, but... I guess these guys are celebrating? No! No! Why would they celebrate? Why celebrate when you can shoot at friendlies? Barrows not Bluck? Ah, no wonder I couldn't get his name right. Well, he's dead anyway. Oh well. Please, someone shoot this man for friendly wiggling.
Okay, if you drive forwards to like the end of the, like to where I'm standing right now, you could watch over the road.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll just shoot anything that comes across.
I think a heli is seeing us, so.
Yeah, heli north. Oh, it's right above us.
Well, now you know, Ilvanek. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot at us.
This
Yes.
Is like, we stopped,
Yes, he is. How perceptive of you. Meanwhile, I mean, you can tell by the skull counts here on the OFCRA side that Blue 4 has gotten their chopper gunner support, and it is, it's harassing all right. Their comms are distorted. Well, Red 4, the best you can do is to draw is to capture the barracks. Blue 4, you should try to impeach them. I think it means impede, but either way. Yeah, Blue 4 doesn't have a point to go up to Europa. Op 4 is going to have to push out, but at the same time, the chopper is going to prevent them from properly pushing.
He's gonna come over us again, so I'm gonna shoot at him.
Sure. Everyone in the vehicle.
You're welcome, Outlaw. Not impeach, prevent. Sorry, I'm still learning English, but I think we all got what he was trying to say.
If he's not engaging us, then driver should move to the barracks. Like, you know, along the line that they used.
Yeah, whoever's driver.
All right.
Sounds good.
7 minutes.
You want to speak for the objective?
The eastward objective.
Yeah. You want to go
One
east of the
moment.
barrack? I mean, the left
Yeah,
of the
we can
barracks.
go there. That's west.
Yeah, we're going to the barrack.
All right. I'm going to give these guys 1 minute, and if it doesn't look like they're moving down with all due haste, I'm probably going to wrap the stream up early, because 5 minutes left. It's obvious who's won this one. Looks like they are starting to move down now, but I mean, they're outnumbered like 4-1 here. I really don't see how Op4 can hit this one. All things considered. But yeah, if this fight immediately concludes and Blue 4 wins it, then yeah, I'll just call it there. But this was a very slow start for a nice burn of you know, a lot of intense action, but now it's kind of all died down again, which kind of reminds me of, again, the older OFCRA style operations from way back when. That's not a bad thing. Definitely a return to form. Now we just have to wait this out. Yeah, honestly, if they don't charge, if they're gonna try to cross an open field on foot, they're gonna die. They have to literally just drive up to this objective, but I get that they're trying to overwatch their route in, but at this point, I don't think it's gonna work. Thank you, Mel. Hit him with it, Malin. All right, AT stick in 3, 2, 1. Random GL. Use a grenade, dude. Yes! 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 Brilliant. Gunner dead. Man whipped out an AT stick. Trying to shoot the window out.
I was the conscious.
Oh, well, got tunnel visioned on the Vic. Even though he knew people dismounted, so I don't know why he continued to stay on the Vic instead of the infantry that he knew dismounted, but that's besides the point. Finish him. Timex 5th kill. And he has an aircraft. Oh, so he AT'd one of the helis, that's why. Oh! Once again, the dominoes are playing off here. This has just been a lot of domino fighting. I think that's also why Blue 4 won this one, because they had a pretty sizable number advantage, around like 10 players. The north were dominoes, the south was not so much. Look how that rocket came in. This guy, meanwhile, gets murdered. Two minutes. Is he out of GLs? No, he's just a rifleman. Get the headshot. Hey, you hit him. Wow, I saw him get take 2 headshots, actually. You know, I'm no expert, but I don't think that's how guns are supposed to work. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, but don't think that's how it's supposed to work, Chief. Where are they going? Look out. There's a dude playing dead over here, and I have no idea what he's shooting at. Oh, God. He Houdini'd! Well, there you go. 12-3. Polish wins. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back in actually like a minute because we're going to do more DayZ and then Pog tonight. Again, lots of stream tonight. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one.